It's Google Glass time. As you can see, I've got Google Glass on, and back when I was doing my regular vlogging, I said that I was really excited about Google Glass and I was hoping to get into the Google Glass Explorer program. I got into the Google Glass Explorer program and I said I would do videos about it. So here I am. These are my first impressions of Google Glass. I had my fitting on Saturday afternoon. It's now Monday morning. I've had a little bit of time to play with it. So here are just a few of my first impressions with it. And I think I'll do more videos later about some more in-depth stuff with it. First of all, the fitting experience. I went to Chelsea Market in New York City where they have a bit of a, it's like a salon that they've set up there. There's a little bit of a waiting area and a receptionist. You check in and someone comes forward and brings you back. And the whole space has got the like mirror. There's all these stations with mirrors and stools, and there's a Chromebook Pixel at every station where you sign in and set up Google Glass. And your specialist walks you through it. And it takes about an hour where they walk you through all the features. They fit it for you. They make sure everything's working. They take as much, they say, take as much time as you need with it. He would have, it sounded like my fitting specialist, Sean, it sounds like he would have sat with me for 2 hours if I wanted to. But we managed to get through everything in about an hour, and he showed me how it worked and got me used to it. It is definitely, the fitting experience is definitely a good one. It's a great way to introduce people to this new interface. And when you're there, you get used to it, and there are people all around you wearing Google Glass in this sort of fitting salon, and you don't feel weird about it because everyone is wearing it, and it's new for you, and you're just kind of playing with the device. It's when they send you on your way. You get in the elevator. There's people wearing Google Glass in the elevator. You get to the lobby of the building, and there's people wearing, a few people here and there wearing Google Glass in the lobby. You still feel like you're part of, you still feel comfortable. When you walk a block away from the building and you're still wearing Google Glass, you start to feel really self-conscious. You start to notice people looking at you with a strange look. You even hear people say as they pass by you, "Was that Google Glass?" It becomes very, very self-conscious. It makes you very, very self-conscious. That was the first difficult thing that you have to kind of understand. If you're going to walk around and wear it, especially at this point where people are still getting used to it and many people haven't seen it before, many people don't even know what it is, it's a strange experience. It really is a strange experience to walk around New York City or walk around a public space wearing Google Glass. It takes some getting used to, and I still have to get used to it. As far as the device itself is concerned, the interface is actually really, really nice. The screen you can see quite clearly. You can read text off of it quite easily. You have a finger interface that you can use to control it. The voice commands work really, really well. There's kind of a tilt up expression that you can use to activate it and say, "Okay Glass, take a picture," or "Okay Glass, send a message to whoever." That actually all works really, really well. The camera is great. One sort of human interface thing that does not work as well is the sound. So there's sort of a bone transduction speaker in there so that you can hear it. You can hear tones that come through when you get a new alert. Those come through clearly. The Google Glass does act like a Bluetooth headset when it's tethered to your phone, but unfortunately, you can't hear people when they're talking to you. When you're walking around on the streets of New York City, all the noise that's out there overpowers what you can hear through Google Glass. Now, I found that if I do this, if I kind of cup my ear over the thing here, it does sound better, but still not quite good enough to be able to have a normal conversation with someone walking around or while I'm on my bike or something. I found that while I'm in my apartment where it's really quiet, I can use it and I can hear it, and it does work very well, but that's not really where I want to use it. I want to walk around and be able to hear the text-to-speech, and I want to be able to hear people who call me. So that is one human interface element that needs a little bit of work. The interface on screen actually works very, very well. That software does work very well. The user interface is easy to understand. It takes a little getting used to, but I'm now pretty fast at getting to the information I want and seeing the information as it comes in. The capabilities, however, are limited. I was under the impression that if there was Twitter ability for Google Glass, I would be able to just say, "Okay, Glass, send a tweet, speak the tweet, hit send," and that was going to happen, and that was going to work great. The way the Mirror API works, That is not the case at all. As far as I know right now, only these 5 or 6 Google functions that you can activate with OK Glass, like take a picture, record a video, send a message, place a call, and show me how to get to wherever. Those are the only sort of voice functions that really work when you say OK Glass. Otherwise, the interface with third-party apps are through the cards in your timeline. So when you look up and you start flipping through, you can see different updates pop up. So I see New York Times updates, I see updates from CNN, emails pop up there, and I hear an alert when a new email comes in. If someone @replies me on Twitter that I follow, I'll see them as well. But I can't say, OK Glass, send a tweet. I expected to be able to do that, and I can't. OK Glass, post a message to Facebook. I can't do that. There is no way for me just to post a message to Facebook with Google Glass. Now, if you take a picture, you can post it to Facebook, and if you take a picture, you can post it to Glass, but that's pretty much it. You can't just out of nowhere decide you want to do something with an app. An app has to really engage you first, unless you're going through the camera, in which case you can send images from the camera to these third-party services. So I've been looking at the Mirror API, which is the API by which third-party apps use Google Glass, and I'm not seeing a lot of ways that people can really build off of this platform. And it reminds me a lot of the way the first version of iOS was with the first iPhone, in which case there was no third-party apps at all. There was only one page of apps. You couldn't even rearrange them, if I remember correctly. And Steve Jobs at the time said, if you want to make a third-party app, do it through the web, which was very, very limiting. So right now, the Glass API is a bit limiting, and hopefully we'll be getting through that soon. I think as a platform, this has a huge, huge amount of potential. But I think in terms of its extensibility and the way new software can be loaded, we have a long way to go. So those are my first impressions with Google Glass. I'm going to do more videos about more specifics with using Google Glass if you're interested in that. And if you have any questions about using Google Glass, please do leave a comment below or interact with me on Google+. Google.com/+ Matt Richardson will get you to my Google Plus profile. And actually, Google Plus is very well integrated with Google Glass, and so I can interact with you through Google Glass, which is a fun thing to try. So do check me out on Google Plus, and otherwise, I'll be posting more video updates with Google Glass soon. Have a great day. Bye.